Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
This is Awake O Israel Ministries. We do thank and praise the Most High Ahayah, bahashem, Yashayah, Barak, for this opportunity to be on in front of you again for the Sabbath. So if you
the Holy Sabbath,
you've been listening to us
lately, time.
We brought a very interesting lesson last night concerning end time Bible prophecy and how that correlates with, America. Many people are unaware of the position that America possesses in end time Bible prophecy. Even as in the Old Testament, it's referred to as Babylon. In the New Testament, now in the Old Testament, Babylon was an actual place.
Right? Come on, Josh. That's right.
So now it would be more spiritual, meaning it would possess the same spirit, idol worship, same government system.
Come on, Josh.
It would have all of the same characteristics of ancient Babylon, right? And we know that to be America. Now, the way they hide it is they claim, America was established on what they call biblical principles.
Oh, yeah.
When with those same principles they enslaved a quarter of the population, half of the population for over 200 years. So I don't think that's very. Now, we understand why, but that's just putting it out there. There's a why to all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, how will the Most High deal with America? Because as we read last night, her sins have reached to heaven, and the Most High has remembered her iniquities.
No, he forgot. No, he's forgiving. And he is, but he doesn't forgive everything, folks. Nuh-uh. Vengeance is coming.
So when Christ returns, he's going to deal with America first.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to deal with the European powers as well. Mm-hmm. After America falls, the power is going to shift back to the old world.
Yes, sir.
Europe.
And then, boy, you tell some people this, they don't want to hear it because they don't even believe the Bible today. They're mixing that Bible up like a phone book, Tony. I've heard a Christian back you, Josh. When we brought that message about Babylon, I heard him, and there was a Christian teaching the same thing we were teaching. Yeah. Some of them know. Some of them know. Only a few, but some know this is Babylon. Yeah, Josh.
So, and if we look at the characteristics we read of in Revelation 17, how America, how the next Babylon or the next empire that will rule before Christ returns will cover the earth, will be seated upon all waters. We know America has military and embassies all over the earth. We know that America has has the American philosophy of lifestyle that has been spread through, America going all over the earth and starting false wars.
Come on.
Has corrupted every society.
They sure have.
That they've went into. That's why the Arabs don't want Americans, the American government in their lands.
And they're the only nation holding out. They're going to hold out with the Rothschilds. They don't want nothing to do with our money. Nothing. They don't want none. They know about America. They know how corrupt the American government is to send their military into a nation and force them to believe their beliefs, America's beliefs. They're not.
And the Bible even talks about how the Arabs will not esteem gold and silver.
Yep. It's right in the Bible.
It's Ezekiel. Isaiah 13:17.
Isaiah 13 and 17. Read it.
Actually, let's go to there.
Yeah, let's go to it. Because we prove all things, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Ezekiel.
Isaiah
7:13. Is that right?
13:17.
13, sorry, 17.
Isaiah 13:17.
You said Isaiah, right, Josh? Okay.
Isaiah 13:17.
13, 17. Thank you.
Behold,
13, 17.
behold.
Let's read it. Let's see what the word says. Isaiah 13, 17. Go ahead, Mary.
Isaiah 13:17.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes.
Stop. Who?
The Medes.
Who the Medes, Josh?
That's the Arab. That's Iran and Iran and Iraq. That read
Go ahead, Mary.
Against them.
against who? Against America.
Come on.
Against them, which shall not regard silver or
And
silver as or gold.
take your time.
They shall not delight in it.
So what does that mean? See, they're not going to delight in any kind of riches that are going to destroy them.
Yeah,
That's what they do. They bring their money and then they bring their fornication and everything else, drugs.
So, yes, exactly. So the Arabs will hold out the longest because they don't want anything to do with the European system, because they understand it destroys society. So they reject the bankers funding them. They for the longest want to have their own financial system backed by their oil. That's why George Bush wanted to take the oil. That's why they started the Iraq war, and the American government faked 9/11 by using CIA Arab agents to attack the World Trade Centers.
Come on.
So they could have
Then they blamed it on them.
an excuse to go into the Middle East and look for
There you go.
weapons of mass destruction that never existed,
Come on.
just so they could try to force them to accept the American dollar.
Wow. Wow. How true, man. How true.
So
And what's his name, Tony? The king there? Bennett, how do you say his name?
was
Or was?
What?
What happened?
He got thrown out.
Nope.
By
Oh, so they got another
CIA.
rule. All right. And what's the new rule's name?
I don't. I think it's.
Isn't that the one that got invited to the United Nations and he
No, that's
blasted?
Benajai.
Yeah, he got invited.
Well, no.
Wait, he
no.
got invited to the United Nations, and he blasted them, didn't he? They all left. They all walked out. Remember, Josh? He told that Senate and those people, who's there, Tony? United Nations, all the nations,
Yeah.
and told them what they did and what's going on in America and the world. And boy, they walked out, Tony, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they walked out. They didn't want to hear it.
so
I mean, I forgot exactly what was said, but it was really an open rebuke against America. It really was. Sorry. Okay, where we going?
So,
You want to share some other scripture before we read this? This ain't going to take a long time. And then we can maybe see it flip.
what I want to do.
Isn't that strange? The Christian church comes against the law. It says the law is done away with, but yet they ask for tithes, money. When the law, the Levites, and they're not Levites, the Christians, only ask for food, Mary, right? Grain, right?
Yeah.
Vegetables, seeds, milk, dairy.
So we want to share. I'm going to share this video a little bit, piece by piece, and then we'll go into more for the lesson for the Sabbath. I'm going to do something.
Like women that want to do it by their own, like brothers and sisters trying to do it on their own, like they're not built for that. It's not saying that they can't. Many women have, and all praise the Most High, that they raised some great brothers and sisters. Like some of my family, I'm partially one. You know, my dad wasn't always in the household. During my childhood, he had left. My mama did a great job. It came to a point where she couldn't deal with the manly things that I was dealing with. And we have a relationship to this day, both me and both of my parents, but at the same time, it was that period. Like sisters, you need, if you have children especially, you need a man there. But we're gonna get more to that in the next one. Okay. But this is about brothers, the sisters ain't supposed to be doing it by themselves. You shouldn't be happy that sisters are doing it by themselves. It's not meant to be like that. But since they start off doing it by themselves, they didn't have a kid by themselves. No woman has. Okay? So Tobit 4:13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay in grade 1. For lewdness is the mother of famine, because what happens, just like back then, it happens today. And brothers just get to a point where they just want to deal with a woman. And we're wired that way. There's nothing wrong with that. But you should choose your own first. Especially if you in this. Now, if you already came in with somebody, I already covered that issue. Plenty of videos. You can go look at Vertebrate Society 3, where I cover that. And instances where it did happen, instances where it was good and bad. And why? I'm not going to get to all that here, but you're supposed to prefer Israel. I just don't understand how brothers can talk down on sisters all day. I'm being for real. I understand a lot of these laws. I understand a lot of them ain't handling their business, but I cannot talk bad against Black or Israelite women, period. I can't do it. They've been talked bad about enough. I can't talk bad about the brothers, but now if they're doing bad, they're going to get the business, like we're going to continue doing so here. But a lot of brothers dealing with the spirit of lust. Like sisters think, he want a white girl, he want a Chinese girl, he want an African girl, he want somebody out of Israel. A lot of brothers do.
You're not supposed to.
I say a lot, but I've seen plenty of brothers like that. I'm going to go get somebody else because they're losing patience. But a lot of brothers, it's not the fact that they want to. I'm talking to you sisters now from a brother's point of view. Okay, y'all hear me? A lot of brothers, they not dealing with lust as far as it's about another nation. They dealing with lust, period. I'm gonna touch it in here. The enemy that most men deal with is just lust, period. Most men, not all men, but most of them too. I'll be the first to say I'll fight with this. You know what I'm saying? But I would say for me, it wasn't in that same category as these brothers I'm talking about now, but it was there. And that's what it is. Like, so don't get dismayed by, again, don't you talk down on all brothers because you see a few of us go astray. Okay? Sirach 7, 15, 19, 23 through 27. Hate not laborers' work, neither husbandry, which the Most High hath ordained. You read Proverbs 6 and 6 and say, go examine the sluggard. Sluggard, go examine the ant. You know, because the ant works little by little, but he make it happen. And I'm learning that, like, you know, coming from the background I came from, used to getting that money quick. And when you have a job and you have to wait for that check and you have to save little by little instead of trying to make large lump sums and hit a lick, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's best to do things the right way. Even Master P said, legal money lasts longer than drug money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not telling person don't make money, don't do the wrong thing, because I've done that too. I've done that too, man. But that stuff eventually, you're gonna end up dead or in the pen. And that's just that. There's no 401k for a hustler, man. Okay, for gold, not a wise and good woman, for her grace is above gold. Okay, wise and good woman. They didn't say a fine woman. They said wise and good woman. Not something wise and good woman is fine too. But it's just the point that that's more important than looks, man. I'm being for real. Looks ain't gonna raise your children. Look what it says here. Have thou children, instruct them, and bow down their necks before you. Hast thou daughters, have a care of their body, and shew not thyself cheerful toward them. Now, it's not saying be evil or mean towards your daughter. It's not saying that. What it's saying is this new society that we in, this new world society, is saying be a child friend. No, you got to be their parent. They gonna have 1,000 friends through their lifetime. Right. They only have 2 parents. One of them being a male. And a daughter's first love is her daddy, man. Believe it or not. So how you treat them has a big impact on how she deals with men in the world. And how your son sees you act is a big part of how he's gonna act in the world. You can't get around it. You can put the blame on TV and music all you want. I'm focusing on the root. Okay? It says here, marry thy daughter, and so thou hast performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. Look at some scriptures about that. Okay? Don't be happy because they married and got a family. That doesn't mean that they're in a good situation. Not after your wallet, not after your bills, not after your dollars, not after your car,
they get married.
Your nice house.
I told
all that lust is exercise.
Megan that today.
What y'all gonna talk about?
I told her go online.
No relations I've heard where it's been just like that. Even marriages.
And get the son to be in the marriage. Nobody's supposed to marry. The word says, if he has not brought you together,
give not thyself over to a light woman. You give yourself over to a light woman, light
anybody.
Shallow.
That's why there's so much divorce in the church.
Man? You met her shopping in the Fendi store. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you shopping with Fendi, you good. Don't try to throw me under the bus. But I'm just saying, like, get you a wise woman, man. Honor thy father with thy whole heart and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Because you're the next father, she's the next mother. Y'all are continuing the life of the Israelite in the earth, man. Or the life of your bloodline in the earth. That's why this lesson is very, very important. I might just put this on the book.
That's why most I don't want.
You know what I'm saying? Try to show people what it is.
But they're wrong.
So Barak 17 and 22, the arms of a man is at the signature of him. He will keep the good deeds of man and the apple of his eye, and give repentance.
Once you marry outside,
that means don't be holding no grudges on your kids.
Nothing he's not going to bless.
It's hard enough that some of our parents with things with their parents and their parents, and we gotta break the cycle. You gotta give forgiveness to your kids, try to get some understanding to them. But the society don't give a damn about them. They gonna throw them in jail. These cops gonna shoot them. They gonna fail them. They gonna try to put them on medication. They vaccinate them right out the room. Do I need to go on? So yeah, we gotta be hard at times. Tough love is, I do promote that, but not just beating them down all the time. Okay, you know the scripture. So you see here, they got the baby daddy got arrested for overseeing the child, and this is crazy. This is my city, Houston. It's like there is some deadbeats out there, but this is the stuff I'm talking about. There's so many that step up that never get acknowledged.
You believe this?
Okay, but you see here, they got a baby daddy green card. This is how we bring this out. This is what they want. This is what they want. They want baby mama, baby daddy. Now I'm gonna show you throughout this lesson. This is what they're pushing for. They're not pushing for 2 people to have a household where there's a marriage and the white picket, all that's out. It's just get you some, have kids, and still live your life. That's what they do. And you see, Christian churchmen, it's like when I'm talking about the Messiah, some of these hardcore Christian brothers, they know some scriptures.
That's exactly what Christ would do if he came into a Christian church. He'd whip them like in the temple, Tony. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, you me too.
You can do Luke 21 tomorrow.
All
right.
He came in flipping over tables. He didn't
Good,
come
right?
in
Get the precepts, right? A lot of precepts.
He can't tell people hardcore
Talking
truth.
about the money. They're supposed to give out.
Not cussing people out, but they love. It's
So-
like, you flip over the table, so
The
if
real
I'm following him, this my duty.
Tony, you see how he hired? You see how he hired that They gave everything she did.
Y'all gonna be happy on flipping these tables. I'm gonna flip.
You don't want to know whether you got $1 million. You give $20, $500. You know what?
No, I had folks in my brother, and we left this for a little second. But the point of the matter is this: is that
That's the word.
this is
Wow.
what the church is. The church is a little whore,
Look
and
to
it's
your
full of
neighbor and
little
say,
whores
what?
and whoremongers. So speaking. Now, I'm not calling everybody to be whoremonger. I'm saying so speaking as to say.
Wow. That's what the church has become, the Nicolaitans.
So before we go into more scriptures, I want to turn to wisdom.
You don't want to do Luke?
What was it?
Wisdom of Solomon?
We'll go through that
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but make sure you get a lot of precepts. Now, read it, Josh.
Wisdom of Solomon,
Okay,
2 and
I'll read it.
and
Second chapter.
7. Wisdom.
Where is it? I forgot. What book is it after, Tony? Oh, I got it. What chapter?
2:7.
2:7. Got it. Yeah, 2:7. I got it. I'll read that later. Don't worry about it. I'll read it. It's okay.
Wisdom of Solomon.
You don't have it ready?
The Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, take your time. Okay. All right, the Wisdom of Solomon. So we'll read that in a second. These are the 14 books that the Roman Catholic Church took out of the Bible. So if you're newly listening to us, that's the truth.
Wisdom of Solomon 2:7, Mom.
I got it. I'm going to read it.
So before we go into Wisdom of Solomon, that is so true what the brother was just mentioning about how even relationships today is so much about the physical, and you really never get to know the spirit, the inner, because they don't want people staying together. It's all about, hook up and have sex.
That's what they think it is. That's what they really think it is.
And a real man or woman doesn't want sex. They want not saying that won't include it, but they want something legitimate, real. And usually usually, what do you think of a person, a woman, let's just say this could be vice versa. What do you think about women who just want to have sex right away? They're shallow because that's telling you that's all they really have to offer.
Yeah.
They have no depth in them.
Right.
Or they don't, all they've really worked on in their life is their body.
Yeah.
Or being sexual.
And then after that, what good is it after that?
Then you get bored with them and you leave.
There's got to be a connection. That's why the Most High.
That's why it's hard to find a true lasting relationship because everything's been so hypersexualized today. No one really understands what really goes into.
Isn't it the other way too, Josh? It's about things. It's about convenience.
Yeah. Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 7.
Okay, Wisdom of Solomon 2:7. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine.
Let's get drunk, drink,
and ornaments, and let no flower of the spring pass by me.
So this is the attitude of the people who rule the world, and this is how they set up their societies to to be drunk or careless,
Right. Come on.
like in Revelation. Live deliciously,
Right.
a delicious, carefree lifestyle.
That's right.
Drink.
Do as thy will.
Yeah, exactly.
Alice the Crowley.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Read.
Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. In other words, our lust for things. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place.
Right.
For this is our portion, and our lot is this.
Let us oppress the poor, righteous man.
So let
I need a
us
little louder.
have society. Let us set up a society where we can government with that's legal, financial, educational, oppress the children of Israel.
Come on.
Let us not spare the widow.
Let's not spare any of them. Let's even get them, try to kill them in the womb.
No reference the ancient gray hairs of ye.
So this is letting us know that the government has an agenda specifically aimed at the children of Israel,
That's
the
right.
Negro.
Let our strength be the law of justice.
So what does that mean? Let us make our laws justice.
Yeah, the law of the land instead of the word. That's right. In his laws.
Start that over again.
Let our strength be the law of justice.
So let's make unjust laws. Actually, the Bible speaks
You're right, just.
Put your finger there. Go to Micah 2:1. Yeah, hold that. Go to Micah 2:1 and read.
Micah.
I can use this way.
Yeah, Micah is after Jonah and before Nahum.
Okay. Give us a second. Hold on.
Micah 2.
Right, yeah, Micah, right after Jonah. Micah what?
2:1, Dad.
All right, ready? Whoever gets it, we'll get it. We'll go.
Micah 2.
Micah 2:1, right?
Mom.
Whoa.
I got it.
Micah. You're in Micah?
Yeah, wait. Woe to those who oppress the poor. Got it, Mary?
Devise.
Woe to them that despise iniquity.
Devise.
I'm sorry, devise.
What does
iniquity.
devise mean? To think or to create?
Right, divide. Yeah, make up. Right, and work evil upon their beds.
So to work evil upon their what?
In other words, they can't sleep on their beds.
Right.
When the morning is light.
So the people that run this earth are so evil. So Satan has so corrupted these people mentally. Their minds always have to be doing evil.
Wow.
When like Bill Gates and
you
President
can't be
Trump,
at peace with that. You can't be. There's no way.
Well,
I can lay my head on the pillow and sleep.
Yeah. Trump and all these billionaires,
They
like
don't
Bill
sleep.
Gates, Mike,
They're clones.
Ted Turner, those people, they're continually thinking wicked, so they can't sleep. Think about that.
Wow.
These people must really need a lot of medicine to sleep.
I don't think they're real people if they can't sleep. I think they're from another time.
They're not. They're
demons, right?
They're reptilian.
They're reptilian. I thought so. When the
morning
is light, they practice it.
Now,
sorry.
How does this go in what we just read in the Apocrypha? What people have power to come up with a plan at night and make it law in the morning? The government, right? So they when it is light or when the morning comes, they get their justice, their corrupt judges, right? Police,
right? And
they enforce the laws they invent at night, right?
That's right. Because it is in the power of their hand.
It is in the
The
power.
Edomites, that's right.
Read.
And they covet fields.
So what people have coveted lands all over the earth and just felt and created lies and false
The
agendas
Europeans
to
in
get it.
America,
Read.
that's right. And take them by violence.
They do what?
Take them by violence.
No, they ask peacefully.
Take them by violence.
No, they show you love and understanding.
Take them by violence.
Read.
The houses and take them away. So they oppress a man.
They do what?
They oppress.
No, they love a man.
They oppress a man.
They take care of a man.
They oppress a man.
No,
in his house.
They treat them with charity. No, they oppress a man and his what?
And his house.
And his house and his what?
Even a man and his heritage.
So what does
Wow.
that mean?
Wow.
They come to lands, they take them, steal them, set up their government.
Come on.
Then they oppress the Aboriginal or original people.
Come on.
And they steal their heritage.
Wow.
Who does that sound like? The European, the European government. Go back to the Wisdom of Solomon.
All right. Wisdom of Solomon.
Let our strength be the law of justice.
Where are we?
Verse 11, 2:11.
All right, ready?
Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Right.
So they look at the Israelites as 3/4 of a man.
Wow.
They don't even look at black people as full people.
Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
So they understand that
if you're righteous and you're keeping the law, they hate you.
So they understand that the Israelites are not for their turn, or this kingdom is not for them, but their kingdom is coming.
Wow.
That's what that means. Esau understands that his brother's kingdom is coming. That's why he's trying to annihilate them as much as he can now, or make them turn against the Most High, their God. Ahayah.
Because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doing.
What does that mean? That
we don't want nothing. They want nothing to do with our Lord.
That means that the Israelites in the Bible had a completely pure culture that was given to them by the Most High to set them apart from the pagan
and rule the world. That's
pagan,
right.
The pagan nations surrounding them. So to get the Israelites off of that, they had to give them a religion that mirrored the Bible, but is actually against it. So knowing that the Israelites will trust something that gives them spirituality, the Israelites will in a state of slavery blindly accept the religion that their slave master, not the Bible. The Bible is not the problem. The slave master used the Bible craftily and gave, the slave the spiritual side of the Bible, like David and the slingshot and all these, knowing that the black preachers can preach a storm up with the spiritual stories, Jesus healing people and all that, and make that sound so exciting, so that they could come behind that and not and keep them from finding out who
they really are.
Yeah.
That's right.
So they use the spiritual side of the Negro really against them. Right?
Yeah.
Read.
Rated us with our offering.
Offending
the law.
Wow.
And
objected
to our
infamy.
The transgression of our education.
Read.
He professed to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he called himself the child of the Most High.
So they know who the
Don't they do that? The government, they say they're all Christians, and they are. And
no,
devils.
that's not talking about that.
What do you mean? You just said it.
No, that's talking about the Israelites.
Right.
The children of Israel. So the government knows that they are the children of God, the Israelites.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Right. You're right, Josh. Okay.
Professes
Right. Yeah, read it again.
the knowledge of
the Most High.
And he calleth
Yeah.
himself the child of the Most High. Who are the
And
children of the Most High? The
The
Israelites.
Israelites. I see. Okay.
Read.
He was made to reprove our thoughts.
So the Israelites
Wow.
were made to rule them.
Come on.
So Esau, hold on, Mom. You can read the next verse. So Esau knows that his
14
brother
next.
was created to rule the
Right.
world
Right.
or
right.
reprove and keep people in line. So to keep them out of that position, people, they have to create. They use a religion that was supposed to teach the Bible, but really doesn't, to keep them away from their true position, which is to rule them. Right? Read.
Yeah, Mary.
Mom?
14.
15, Mom.
No, 14.
15.
Oh.
He is grievous unto us, and even to behold, what his life
Sit back.
is not like other men.
So how is the children of Israel's lives not like other men's? Who was the Bible given to? Well, stay there, Dad. I'm just going to read this for the people. How? Remember, we just read that his
If you didn't
life.
finish it, he was age of another fashion.
His way.
His ways.
Yeah, I was gonna do
Are-
that.
Yeah, but he didn't finish it. That's part of 14.
Hold on, everybody.
15 is part of 15.
I want to read this to
All right,
you
go ahead,
all.
Josh, go
Hold on.
No, he wants to break this down. That's good.
How is the Israelites not like other men? This is Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, not to everybody. He showeth his word unto Jacob, who are the Negroes and the indigenous people that were here prior to Columbus. Okay, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments to Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Come on.
So
wow.
the word of God was not given to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that Negroes hold to the Bible like they do, although they don't really know what's in it, but they hold to it?
Yeah, because it's
Why
their word.
is that? Because there's something in the Bible that connects to them, but they can't. They've been kept from it because they haven't been taught how to use the Bible.
Come on. That's right.
And his judgments, they are, he hath not dealt so with any nation.
Mhm.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them. So that's why we see homosexuality in America. Homosexuality is condemned in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. And it's in the church.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how you know America was not called by God, because if that was so, that would not exist here.
That's right. You wouldn't have that problem in the church.
Murder would not exist.
That's right.
Raping would not. All those things would be punishable directly by death. That's how you know that America was never called by God, because the Bible said he did not show his word to the Americans.
He showed his word unto Jacob and to Israel. That's all.
Not to say if you're in America you can't receive the truth.
No.
That's saying that he didn't give his word to Washington or Jefferson or
no, he sure didn't.
those people.
Mm-hmm.
Or so they're so-called founding fathers. Founding fathers of what?
And I like what you said last
of
week.
Satan?
Yeah, remember, Josh? Remember what you said last week? Watch. Remember? Equal to all men. They were talking about them, nobody else.
Yeah. When the Bible talks when the Constitution talks about all people are equal,
yeah,
that's talking about all English white people.
That's what they were talking
equal.
about.
He's not talking about blacks and Latinos
right.
being equal. He is grievous unto us to even to behold, verse 15.
Okay.
For his life is not like other men's, and his ways are of another fashion. What are his ways? The laws God gave the Israelites to separate them.
That's
not to eat certain foods.
That's right.
Not to worship certain things.
So they're actually coming against him, saying, I hate you because you're right and we're wrong.
Uh-huh.
We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
So
you are.
When you come to the truth, you know that this system is a counterfeit. It's a lie.
Right. He abstained it from our ways as from filthiness. he pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Ahayah is his father.
Read that.
Yeah, he is. Let us see if his words be true, not a testing, and let us prove what will be happen in the end of him. Oh, don't worry, they're gonna shine.
Stop. So.
They're gonna kick out like stalls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Calves in the stall, Tony.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Before I want to show you all something. Go to Romans 3:1.
Romans 3:1.
We're gonna move on. Romans 3:1. Then we're going to Psalms 10. Romans 3:1.
Romans 3:1. Okay, I'll read this, honey.
1 through 3, Dad.
All right. Three, 1 to 3, right?
Verse 3 in Romans 3.
Romans 3. All right. What advantage then hath the Jew? In other words, the Hebrew.
Uh-huh.
Because Jew, like when you hear Paul read this, it means Judea or Judah, Yehuda. Or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way. Chiefly.
So what is Paul saying? He's saying, what profit is there in knowing who
you are?
What your true race of origin of nationality?
Listen to what Paul's saying. This is Paul, and you all
Much
swear you know
every
Paul.
way, chiefly
Come on.
because that unto them, not everyone, but unto them, unto
were
everyone,
committed.
everyone,
Them
unto them
were committed the oracles of the Most High, the voice, the word,
How,
the truth.
What if?
For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Ahayah without effect?
God forbid.
God
Go
forbid.
to Romans 9. Romans 9.
Yeah, I like 9. Yeah, I like it.
3.
Yeah, 9:3. No, go ahead. You can read it.
For I could wish
Wish.
that
Wish. You're right.
wish that myself were accused from Yashayah or my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
According to the what?
Flesh.
According to the spirit.
Flesh.
According to the spirit.
What's this for? Who are what?
Who are what?
Israelites.
Who are Jewish.
Your hand is blocking.
Who are Jewish.
Who are Israelites.
Who are Jewish.
Israelites. To whom pertaineth the adoption.
Who is
and
the adoption? That's John 3:16.
That's
Read.
right. And the glory.
The glory.
And the covenants.
The covenants.
The promises.
Old,
and the giving of the Christianity. And the service of the Most High. And the promises.
Read.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yashayah
came.
According to the what he came?
Flesh.
According to
the virgin birth.
According to the what?
The flesh.
The flesh.
Who is over all.
Who is over.
Go to Psalms 10 now.
Psalms 10. I got it, man. Psalms 10.
Psalms 10 and 1.
1. Everybody have it? All right, Psalms 10:1.
So that goes perfectly in line with what we read in the Apocrypha, proving that the Apocrypha is inspired and was removed.
You better believe it's the
Bible.
Bible you have. Why standest thou afar off, O Most High? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor.
So who is the wicked persecuting the poor?
The Edomites.
The European government.
That's right.
Read.
Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
What devices? All the wicked things they have devised against the children of Israel.
Stop. I told 3 brothers that in the gym today. I said your day is coming.
Read.
Wait for what they've done. Sit back. For what they've done to your people and all the tribes.
For the wicked. Verses of his heart's desire. And blessed the
covetousness.
covetousness, whom
The Lord,
the Most High
abhorrent, hateth.
So they
Hates
bless whoever has the same mindset as them.
Abhorrent means hate. He hates it. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. Ahayah is not in all his thoughts.
So that's why they are programming society more and more to not want to read or believe in the Bible.
That's right.
Because they know the God of the Bible is going to destroy their kingdom.
His ways are always grievous.
So he has no peace in his ways. He has all his government plans are evil. Everything about him is evil.
Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
So the judgments of the Bible are far removed from the mind of the people who rule
Thy
this earth.
judgments. Yeah.
And thy judgments.
It's okay. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Go ahead, Mary.
He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be.
So they have convinced themselves that their kingdom and their empire
is going to last.
It's going to always be. That's why they program society and people to believe the end will never come.
Come on. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
And what?
Deceit and fraud.
What is deceit and fraud? Lying.
Lies. That's right. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
So everything he teaches and speaks is vain.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Everything that his education system is deceit. His military is lies.
He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, like judges and lawyers, and in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. So,
what is this talking about? How they set up their people in the highest positions,
right, to rule,
so they can look over everything and control the children of Israel primarily.
Wow.
They do.
His eyes are privately set against the poor.
So they murder the innocent. They shoot them in the street.
Mm-hmm.
They incarcerate them unjustly most of the time. They drug them with the drugs they fly into the country.
Yeah, good job.
Read.
He lies in wait secretly as a lion.
So he makes himself look, and we're going to read this as well. He makes himself look innocent to everybody, like he's on your side.
Mm-hmm.
But once he gets in power,
he gets out of that den,
he turns, and he shows you his teeth.
Yeah, he lies in wait to catch the poor. Yeah, Mary.
He doeth catch the poor.
Doth, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Doeth.
No, doth.
No, doeth catch the poor.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
When he draweth him into his den.
Net. So see, he's in a cage. Then he shows his teeth, and he gets out, and then he gets you.
He crouches and humbleth himself.
So he makes himself look like he's for you.
Yep.
Like he understands and he's going to help you.
That the poor may fall by his strong one.
What does that mean? So once he gets the power and the position, he turns.
The rest of the Edomites,
you see his true agenda.
Right. He has said in his spirit heart, Ahayah hath forgotten.
That's where we get the people say, well, that's in the past. Get over it. God forgave that. There's no reason to dwell on that. That's stopping us from being one. The Bible never said to be one with everybody. For one. Right?
Arise, O Most High, O power. Lift up. Okay.
One more thing before we close.
Sure.
Psalms 109.
Good, Mary, huh? All right, I'll finish it. I'll read it.
Psalms 109.
Oh, yeah, this is good. In the beginning, Josh? a cry for vengeance. Look how David cried out, Anthony, huh? I'll
Read.
All right. Psalms 109. Okay. Come on. You got it? All right. Hold not thy peace, O power of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me.
Uh-huh.
They have spoken against me with a lying tongue.
So that is read the read verse 2 over.
For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken, in other words, they have power over me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue.
So that covers the mindset of the government against their brother, the children of Israel, lying. That's how they mold people's minds to be racist. They make them, the Israelites, look like the drug dealers. Because who do they always usually paint as the ones selling the drugs, the coke, the crack, the heroin? Negroes, right? Well, they don't tell you on the television that the CIA and the FBI are the ones flying drugs into the to the U.S.
Yeah, come on,
from different places in the world that they've unjustly invaded to capture drugs.
You ever wonder why the drugs are coming in? Who's going to stop their planes when the government's bringing them in? Nobody's going to stop them. They compass me about also with words of hatred.
Thief, robber, lie,
and fought against me without a cause.
So they create reasons to fight against somebody who's given them no reason to hate them.
For my love, they are my adversaries.
So he tries to show everyone, these people, his love and his loyalty by voting for them, by fighting for them.
But watch what David does.
They get shot in the street, imprisoned at the highest rate,
right?
Charged with unjust charges when they're not really the guilty one.
That's
the guilty one are the people who put the drugs and the different things in their neighborhoods to trap them with. And I'm not justifying a person selling drugs to somebody, but it's not their fault.
It's set up that way. You gotta open your eyes and see it.
When I say it's not their fault, it's not really their fault. The way you have been taught to believe it is.
But I give myself unto prayer.
Read.
Oh, I want to say something real quick. Hold on, before 5. We heard a pastor on YouTube said a ridiculous thing. Well, just don't take them. How can you just not take drugs when it's set up for you to take them? And they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love.
So that's how they treat the Negroes here. They reward them evil for good. All the good and the positive things that the Negroes have done for the government, building this nation, fighting for this nation, usually being the first to stick out their necks to defend America. But what does it get them? It gets them shot down, in prison, drugged, broken up homes.
That's right.
Not all,
That's
but a majority.
No, majority.
And hatred for my love. That's police brutality, race on. Again, this is how the government is programmed to treat the Negroes.
All right. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand.
Let who?
Satan stand.
So that is the ruler, the true ruler of the United, of the governments of the world.
That's right.
Satan.
When and that's why you're not supposed to vote. And when he shall be judged, let him be condemned.
Let him be what?
Condemned.
Let him be what?
Condemned.
Let America be what?
Condemned.
No, saved.
Condemned. And let his prayer become sin. Look at that. Let his days be few, and let another take his office.
So the government, brothers and sisters, know that the Israelites are going to take rulership after Europe and America fall. They know who's going to take their office next. They don't. That's why they want your people. They want the Israelites dead. They want them annihilated, wiped off out of existence.
Wow.
Read.
Okay, Mary, let the children.
Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow. Let his children be
Continually.
continually vagabond and beg.
So that's the way that's what's going to happen to the Europeans once they have no rulership. But also that's the way they want people to look at the Israelites, as vagabonds, as nothing, as beggars, as widows and without families, right? They want to destroy the image of the black man and the black woman by making them look like hustlers and prostitutes and whores. Read.
Let them seek their
Sit back.
bread also out of their desolate
Wow.
places.
Read.
That's how you move.
Let the
Extortioner.
extortioner catch all that he has, and let the stranger spoil his labor.
Wow.
That's good.
You want to hear more from that brother, or Josh? That was really good, Josh. It was good tonight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night too, because I know you're going to break that down. It's going to be good.
So
We don't have long, folks. I can share this real quick because I'm out in the marketplace all the time. There really are Afro-Americans that are really starting to believe who they are now. And it's really an answered prayer for our family. He's using a white family to reach them. And they're showing respect to us, especially to me when they meet me. But honestly, and I'm not boasting about myself, but every time I meet these brothers, they learn something from me. And I'm hoping that, they will join us sooner or later, because we need to have people who believe, Josh, to join us. Because you can't be out there like what would you call that? A lone ranger, knowing the truth. You can't be by yourself. Even the Christian church will tell you that. You need to be with people. You need, if you're
fellowship
in Jacksonville, get a hold of us. All right, get our numbers, call us, email Josh, and come here on Friday and Saturday night. Join us.
Shalom.
Shalom.